Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my tube here. I worked at IRS for a decade. Can you believe it? And I have been in private practice for 4 decades. I've been doing this 51 years. I am a national expert, by the way, in IRS resolution matters. I've worked thousands of cases. I have a whole team of former IRS agents that work with me. So we work as a team on all our cases. So there's no case that's really too difficult for us. So I was a revenue officer. Anyway, whatever I say is the gold standard. There's a lot of people, they're going to listen to YouTubes. Most of them know what the hell they're talking about. They practice at resolution. I actually know resolution because I worked for IRS for a long time. When you're a teaching instructor, you got to know what you're doing, right? Anyway, I want to tell you, what do you do when you get a CP504 notice? And how do you respond to that? Now, it's really important because IRS just sent out a couple million of those. Our phones are flooded, literally. We've been so dead for about 9 months. All of a sudden, the CP504 wakes people up because it's the final notice before IRS is going to, of their levy to intent and seize. Are they going to do that? Yes. Matter of fact, what happens, their computer system does that. There's not a person at IRS that's, oh, let's just track this account, see how they're doing. It doesn't work like that. The computer systematically sends all these letters out, sends all these levies out, sends all these garnishments out, sends all these seizures out. That's what the computer system in fact does. You have to shut that system off by calling IRS, but you have to know what you're doing. IRS is going to want a 433F financial statement. They're going to ask for income and expenses in your asset base, and the person for IRS is going to make a decision on that case. All you got to do is actually call. But if you're calling them blindly and not know what the hell they're going to do, you are screwed. I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you, you're going to wind up with a payment agreement, because what a big one, because what you don't know, IRS applies the national standard to your case. What is the national standard? The national standard says IRS is going to dictate in 4 areas what you can spend on these: food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payments, and car expenses. You can find those yourself. Go to irs.gov. No, just go to IRS. You don't even have to do that. Put in your toolbar IRS national standards for housing and utilities, IRS national standards for food and clothing, IRS national standards for car expense, and IRS national standards for car payments. You will find out what those are, and you're going to be shocked. IRS kind of gives you this much, and you're going to want this much, and IRS is going to give you a payment agreement you don't want. But you can just call IRS if you want to do this on yourself. I wouldn't suggest, but you'll stop the IRS collection machine, and IRS will close your case. Make sure all your tax returns are up to date and filed. They're going to ask that. If you need me, you can send me an email. We do great representation work. You're going to probably shop, watch other YouTube. Just remember, few people have worked for the IRS and know the system. Thank you. Give me a subscription if you would. I give you the truth all the time. I've been doing this for 41 years.